Molly, and this is Abe, and our son Benjamin's in the background. We have 4 children. Their ages are 13, 11, 9, and 7. Our son Benjamin started having developmental issues about a year to 18 months old. When he was 2 and a half, he started receiving services for autism. At the time, we were devastated, but yet we were comforted by the fact that he was only 2 and a half. So our thoughts were that as soon as we'll just listen to what the doctors and the therapists tell us to do, and we'll see improvements. You can fast forward 9 years. He's now 11 years old, going on 12. We are still dealing with the same issues and more issues than what we were doing when he was 2 and a half. So we're still dealing with the echolalia, the extreme hyperactivity, the self-biting, the inability to eat really good, nutritious foods, the inability to communicate his needs. So at that point, we had done lots of other types of therapies, and so when the Family Hope Center was brought to our attention, both Abe and I were extremely skeptical. We found about the Family Hope Center through Abe's sister. And I told her that that place isn't gonna, it's just poppycock. That's what I thought. I've heard of those programs and we've done something similar to that. I also thought, the testimonies that you're telling me are kids that are 4 or 6 years age or younger. My kid is far older than that. So there's, where are those testimonies of those kids that are 11 years old and older? I just didn't think that this could happen to somebody that was older, but I was wrong. I was very wrong.
Well, we seen the results. We would vacation with them, and we'd see the results from their son, and
their son has something completely, that's not autistic. Their son just had complications in birth, so.
But the strides that he was making were just, they were fantastic, and reluctantly we went. I guess myself more reluctantly. We went, and it changed our course dramatically.
Sure.
We had done many therapies prior to coming to the Family Hope Center, and there's a lot of very passionate people that told us, that this is it. You just have to do it. Tears in their eyes, so believable, and I really truly believe their heart was in the right place. But it just seemed like everyone was giving us, a magic bullet. What we really like about the Family Hope Center was everything. There's a whole team of doctors here, and they kind of put you, they make you the doctor to your son. You're gonna. When we came here, they give you a roadmap of what you can go and do with your son, something measurable that you can do with him. It's a lot of work, but you see progress in that work. Nothing that we're doing is is hurting Benjamin. Everything is, it's a lot of nutrition. It's a lot of a particular type of physical activity. So there's no they're not selling us some snake oil, for lack of a better term, to fix our problem. It's going to be a long process, and we've already seen some amazing results just with nutrition.
Yeah. We went from Ben was sleeping maybe 4 to 5 hours a night, getting up in the middle of the night, stimming in his bed between 1 and 3 a.m., Now he's sleeping 8 to 9 hours. Now his diet pretty much was goldfish and apples and hamburgers, french fries, and now he's gone to eating sugar snap peas, peppers, a little bit of broccoli, but lots of other types of meat. He loves to eat protein, that's for sure. And we have found that has really, really helped him calm down some of the behaviors that were causing him to wake up in the middle of the night. I think what the Family Hope Center can do for other families is that they truly understand what the families go through, what the child is, what the child's struggling with. So they understand the brain, they understand how all the body is to work with the brain, and that they have such a comprehensive program that gets it so that you start to integrate all of those systems so you can develop more complex skills. And that's where we were failing miserably at achieving. We weren't getting Ben to do more complex skills. So now we're seeing him speak in complete sentences. We're seeing him be aware of where his family members are, and he wants to know, where's Daddy, where's my brother. He wants to do more things with us, and I think it's a fantastic program that, as long as that's why you want to come to the parent training conference, is because there's where you get that roadmap that Abe was talking about, that you start to get a really comprehensive plan that's really going to start engaging that child and getting him to achieve the goals that you have dreamed of having be achieved. And it's a great program with great people that really know what they're doing.
Because we did so many of those therapies I talked about earlier, when he was younger, and we kept doing them, and it got to a point where it was just, nothing was working, and everything was expensive. Everything's expensive. But it got to the point where it took us to a pretty dark place in our relationship, and we have 3 other kids, and work and everything else that's involved, where we didn't feel like there was an out. We were accepting that, well, that's just Ben. I mean, I've already coached his brothers and his brother and sisters that, something happens to us, this is your job, and it is their job, and this is just how our family is. But there's a real goal here that they're not gonna have to take care of it. Ben will take care for himself, and that's how you raise your kids, is to send them out into the world, and they do just they can
be independent
and do things for themselves, and this has given us a hope that one day is a real possibility, and I truly believe that we're on the right track.
Yes. Yes, if you ever wanted to have access to your child's brain, if you ever thought to yourself, if I could just get inside your brain, if I could just start to see why you behave the way you do, or if I could just start to show you a better way, or something that's a little bit more productive, then you want to come to the parent training conference, because they start to show you why the child behaves like this and why it is that you want to implement these programs that they have here. And if you stay with it and you stay consistent with it, you will start to see that child start to blossom, and you will start to see these things that you never thought would start to happen begin and get integrated, and you've got a child that is going to thrive. So I would go to the parent training conference and just sit back and just think, finally somebody knows what I need to do, and I will do it.